All right, folks, if I can get everyone's attention real quick, I want to thank all y'all for sticking around. Sun's shining, but a beautiful day, beautiful place to hang out. I want to thank everybody involved. Our tournament chairman is going to say a few more words, but before I step down and turn this over to our tournament chairman, Mr. Ziegler, I want to take a special moment. My staff that's been down here for this couple days, but also for months and months prior to this, getting ready for this, I want to introduce them real quick if I can. Alan Knight, raise your hand, Alan. Alan, thank you for all your help, all the video work. Joe Quick, our director of our foundation in the back. Joe, thank you for everything. Justin Fleming, where are you? There you are on the left. Justin, our senior director of Junior Golf Association. And we haven't mentioned his name this week, and it's for a reason. He doesn't like a whole lot of recognition anyhow, but I'm going to tell you, he's been a part of the Golf Association for over 40 years now. He's retired supposedly as of January this year, but I want to take a special note for Hap Lathrop. Everything you've done to coordinate, you've been in the background and you've done it all. You did a great job. Congratulations. And before I step down, I want to congratulate all you players. This was a fun 2 days of competition. It was fun to watch, but I'm going to tell you what was more fun to watch were the friendships I think y'all made between each other. That's going to last you a lifetime. I hope y'all are able to keep up with each other through the years and really accept and enjoy what we've done here these last couple of days. So congratulations to you. And with that, Mr. Ziegler, I'm going to turn it over to you, sir.
Thank you, Biff. Gentlemen, what a spectacular 2 days of competition. What a wonderful event this has been. We are so grateful to Kiawah Island Resort and the Kiawah Club for hosting us. This could not have been better set up. Thanks so much to Hap and Biff and his folks. This has just been an amazing, amazing event. And I think you boys are, quite frankly, some of the luckiest young golfers in the world. You've had 2 days in which you've gotten to spend time with Tom Watson, with Dave Stockton, with Jack Lewis, with, God help us, Charlie Reimer. You know, you're going to remember this all your lives. You've really had a brush with some of the greatest things that the game of golf represents and some of its greatest stewards. And I know it's going to be something that will be in your memories and your hearts for a long time. You know, we had Dave Stockton here as our speaker on Saturday night, and Dave gave a clinic on Sunday morning, and I had the privilege of spending a couple of days talking to Dave when he was here, and he told me a lot of great stories about Ben Hogan and Sam Snead and Byron Nelson and his competitive days. And we got on the subject of Tom, and the one thing that Dave said to me about Tom really has stuck in my mind this weekend. He said, you know, of all the people I knew on tour, Tom Watson probably has the greatest moral compass of any of them. I think we live in a world where moral compasses, both individually and collectively, are sadly wanting. And although the game of golf isn't going to give you a moral compass, it's certainly a way that you can help calibrate that compass and help remind yourself of a lot of the ideals that will provide you a good moral compass. And when you think about the game of golf and you think about what all that represents, I hope you're going to think about Tom Watson, because he represents the greatest ideals of this game. His being here, your playing, getting to play in front of him, I think is a great testament to what he stands for. So we are enormously grateful to everyone who's helped make this happen. It's been a great 2 days, and we look forward to having a great visit to Muirfield and Edinburgh in 2020. With that, I would like to ask Suzanne and Bill Jouer, who crafted this lovely cup, to hand the cup to our honorary chairman, Pat McKinney. By the way, I've neglected to thank Pat again. Pat's really the man who made all this happen. We would not be here at Cassique, we wouldn't have been at the Ocean Course without his leadership, and he deserves a great deal of credit.
Thank you. Thank you, Ben. Having been involved with the South Carolina Golf Association and the Junior Golf Association for many years, I knew the caliber of the young men that we have standing here. But I want to tell you, David, your team has so impressed me, not just with their skill, but what a nice, genteel, but yet highly competitive group of young men. Congratulations, you have a lot to be proud of.
Thank you very much.
And with that, I am very proud to ask Mr. Watson to present this cup.
This is a beautiful cup. Well done.
Thank you.
Very well done. I'm going to put it down here because I'm not going to hold it while I speak. And I'd like to know one thing. From the South Carolina accent to the Scottish accent, was there any difficulty of understanding each other? Yeah, look at, you see the heads over here? Now, did you boys have any difficulty understanding them? No. See, these guys are the same way as I. When I went to Scotland the first time, I didn't understand a word when I went through customs there, or for immigration. This guy, and we became lifelong friends. His name was Sean. And we had lifelong friends for 30 years, and he spoke to me like this, and I just went like this. I didn't know what to say. But anyway, I concur with the way the matches are played, what I saw today. In a competition, to me, is what it's all about. I'm a competitor. And I have to go back to a long time ago when I was 14 years old. Because people ask me, what one tournament in my whole career do I remember the most, that I liked the most, was the most important victory in my career. And no, it wasn't the Open Championship or the Masters or our National Open or Harbor Town. No, it was a tournament when I was 14 years old. I won the Kansas City men's match play. Well, why was that important? Well, because the following year, I was in the den with my mother. The phone rings. Hello? Yes? I understand. Well, I have to ask him. So he turns to me and said, Tommy, would you like to play with Arnold Palmer? I said, would I? And Arnold Palmer was my hero. And at that time, I loved the game. I was getting longer. I was like +1 handicap, and I was really was getting the handle on the game and loved it. And the passion there was, I didn't know about wanting to become a professional golfer, but the seed of the dream was planted, and it was really planted and started to grow when I had a chance to play with Arnold Palmer. And I'll never forget, as my dad asked, he asked him in the shower room after we played. Oh, by the way, I tied him on the front nine. I shot 34 and he shot 34. He got me in the back nine. I shot 40 and he shot 34 in the back nine. But my dad asked him, he had a towel wrapped around him, he was naked, and said, Arnie, what one thing will help my son be a better player? And he was kind of expecting maybe a swing tip or something like that. He said, have him play in as much competition as he can. Well, you'll think about that. When you play in competition, like you all did today, you learn what you've got inside. You learn how your nerves will affect your golf swing. The more you play in it, the more you'll be understanding of how you play with that in that competition, and the better player you'll become. Well, 2 years later, I was in the same den with my mother. Phone rings. Yes. Yeah. Well, I'll have to ask him. So he turns to me and said, Tom, would you like to play with Jack Nicklaus? So by the time I was 17 years old, I had a chance to play with Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus. My dream was set. And someday, maybe I can be as good as they were. And the dream was planted and it was starting to grow. And the thing about the game that probably the most important thing was how we played the game. My dad was my teacher. My dad taught me how to play the game. I assume that most of the boys here, most of the young men here, their fathers might have started them in the game. Am I right? How many? Just raise your hand. How many did your dad start you in the game? My dad was a great player. He's a good amateur player, and all his friends were good, and they played the game tough. It's always dollar Nassau, kind of like the way you guys play today. You know, front nine, back nine, and 18. And I learned to play for dollar Nassau. I learned to compete with the older boys, putting for dimes around the putting clock. That was me. But again, it was about the competition how I learned how to play the game and what it did for me. Here in South Carolina, I'd like to thank Cassique and the Ocean Course, Pat, thank you, and especially Ben here for coming up with this idea of having this competition. Because in this competition, you young men can carry it on. Like Charlie said, you can carry this thing on through life. Yeah, but some of you might not play the game all your life. But I bet dollars to donuts that all of you will. You'll play this game for life because of things like this that you get a chance to play it. And I can tell you one thing, this game of golf, it's frustrating. I know some of you won, some of you lost. But the thing that'll make you better, you'll learn from your mistakes today. You'll go out to that practice tee. You go out and you work on the things that didn't work today, and you'll improve upon them. And that's how you get better. But you really get better in playing in competition. Always play for something. When you're playing, always play for something. I don't care if it's a nickel or a dime. Just put something on it. So it means something. Every shot means something. And if you're going to be any good at this game, that's what you've got to do. So anyway, congratulations to the U.S. team, the East Lothian team. 2 years from now, they'll be on the U.S. team, the South Carolina team will be on different turf. Kind of like the Ryder Cup, right? You're smiling over there. I bet, yeah. You get it on your turf, it'll be a little bit different game over there. And it'll be a lot of fun. And the competition will be worth it. I wish you all very well. And again, when Ben called me to be a part of this, asking if I would lend my name to this cup, this beautiful cup here, I said it'd be my honor to do so, and it is my honor to do so. And I congratulate everybody here, and I guess most importantly, the friendships that you can, if you can understand each other, your friendships that there'll be some lasting friendships here that will carry on. I know your social media, it's pretty easy. Bang, 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 and just keep in touch with each other. I wish you well, and for the East Lothian team, enjoy the next few days playing golf. Some of these great golf courses in South Carolina. You'll certainly enjoy the experience. So with that, thank you all very much, and again, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here. Now, I'm going to present the trophy, correct, to, come here, Jack. Wait, let's get out in front over here. Jack and I go back a long way, don't we, Jack?
Yes, we do.
We go back a long way playing the tour together back in the days, and you paid for your practice balls at the driving range, you paid for food in the clubhouse. There was no courtesy cars, nothing like that. Remember that? Remember those days?
Those were the days.
Those were the days, and we didn't mind a bit, did we?
That's right. We just wanted to play.
Jack, congratulations to you and your team.
Thank you.
Wish you well in the future.
I just want to say too, it was an honor and a privilege for me to be able to be the captain of a South Carolina team. And I'd like to especially thank our vice captains, Charlie Reimer and Paul Woodbury. And, congratulate our team on the job well done, and appreciate the competition with the Scottish team too. And we look forward to it a couple of years down the road. And like Tom said, it's going to be on different soil. So we're going to have to play a little bit better too. But anyway, I want to thank also Kiawah Island Resort and also Kiawah Club Cassique. And isn't this a beautiful golf course?
You bet it is. Yeah.
It really is. Also the South Carolina Junior Golf Association and the South Carolina Junior Golf Foundation. And I appreciate all y'all do, and look forward to being with you again sometime. But anyway, thank you again, and I hope everybody enjoyed this, and it was a great inaugural event. Well, thank you, Tom.
Could I ask Dylan Fu to step forward, please? Dylan is the head professional here at Cassique. He has done a fabulous job in welcoming us and just making this a first-class event. We are enormously grateful to you for that. We want to do two things, if we may. First and foremost, we would like to ask that Cassique keep the Watson Cup for the next 2 years before we take it over to East Lothian. We'll send it to the engraver, but we'll have it to you shortly thereafter, and hope you will keep it and be proud to have it.
Absolutely. Already got a spot in mind.
Excellent. Secondly, we'd like to present you with this plaque showing the two teams that played here at Cassique today, signed by the teams, the captains, the vice captains, and Tom as well. We hope you'll really awesome. Enjoy having that as well.
That's very cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I just want to, if you don't mind, I just want to say a few words. When Ben and Hap and Pat brought this opportunity to me quite a few months ago now, I was just totally on board with it. As a director of golf here at the club, you know, I always have a big emphasis on junior golf and growing the game and doing whatever we can to pay it forward, right? I was in a very fortunate in my career throughout my ranks to have got some great pieces of advice and to end up at a beautiful facility like this. And I wish I could have more opportunities to pay it forward, but to be able to provide you guys with a beautiful playing field for this tournament, to be a part of something great, to have Mr. Watson here being present. You guys are really lucky, you know, and you may not really truly understand the depth of what just took place over these last couple of days right now, but you will definitely understand in the future, you know. But it has been an honor to get to know some of you guys, seeing you guys out there grinding it out, teeing off on the first tee, gave me a lot of goosebumps. You know, it reminded me a lot of my junior golf career, and it's funny how things plan out. But I'm very fortunate. This is a great opportunity for you guys. It was a great opportunity for us to pay it forward and help grow the game. But based on the conversations that I've had with you guys over the course of the last few days, golf's in really good hands if you guys are representing the junior side of things. So, like I said, hopefully everybody's truly enjoyed their time here at the club, their time on the island. I wish the Scottish team all the very best for the rest of their travels here. And obviously you've got a home if you guys ever need anything, okay? But enjoy. Congratulations to the South Carolina team. Enjoy some lunch and enjoy the afternoon. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day.
Thank you, Dylan.
Thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely.
Appreciate it.
And to conclude, we'd like to give the last word to Dave Warren, who's the East Lothian captain. Dave, it's been a pleasure having you here. It's been a pleasure working with you.
And
you brought a fine group of young men over here. They played extremely well.
You met us equally.
And it's just been a pleasure. So
thank you.
The floor is yours to have the last word.
Mr. Watson and everybody involved at the South Carolina Golf Association, and to Cassique and to Kiawah Island, and to all the parents and players, and everyone from South Carolina who've made us so welcome on this trip. You just would not believe the fantastic trip that we've put together to come over here, and you'll be more than welcome to come and support your team over at Muirfield and Royal Burgess in 2020. I have something to present. Well done to the American team, by the way. Come on, our team, give them a round of applause. I think the score was 19-17, was it?
18.5 to 17.
18.5 to 17. I couldn't see the last hole, I'm sorry, but yeah. Well, that you can't get much closer than that, and that's a fantastic result for our boys, and you should be proud that you took it so far to 17.5 points. So thank you again to all of my team, and to Gareth, Jack, my vice captain. He's done a power of good for us. We've had two supporters here from Royal Burgess Golf Club. We feel slightly outnumbered, but they happen to be here on holiday. And they've served us well by taking photographs and deputising for me. I was busy this morning. So thank you to Derek and to Colin if you're around. And hopefully you're now on the committee for the return match. Without further ado, I have something to present to Tom Watson. Now, it's not often that this
a ball marker can be so important. But Tom, this ball marker is from Muirfield Golf Club, and on it, it is, I'll have to put my other glasses on, folks. It starts with the Open winners, all the Open winners at Muirfield, going back to Mr. Harold Hilton in 1892. Now Tom just comes on a few years later than that. I have to turn it over to see Tom's name. But listen to this, it goes Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, Lee Trevino and Tom Watson in 1980. Do you remember the score you had? Because that's on here.
280.
Nothing like it. You underestimate yourself. 271.
271.
271.
Good play.
Yeah. So, from all of us over in Scotland and at Muirfield Golf Club, thank you very much
David,
for putting your name to the trophy.
Thank
but
you.
don't go away, because this is a double whammy now. This is something for the South Carolina Golf Association and something for you, Tom. Inside this is a scroll, which is a photocopy, a scroll document, it's a photocopy of a trader in Edinburgh, whose brother was living in this colony of Carolina in 1735. And he sent his brother, this person ordered from this trader, a supply of golf balls to be sent to South Carolina, to Charleston, on a ship that left from the docks in Edinburgh. And we decided that balls weren't enough, we had to send you some clubs as well.
Thank you.
And that's on a different page. And as far as I understand, this is the first evidence of golf in the USA. So, and the addressee for that was William Wallace, whose name means a lot to Scottish people. Coincidentally, his name was William Wallace. So this is actually more valuable than the Dead Sea Scrolls, and it's almost as old, Tom. But we'd like to present you with one of these. It's this one, for everything you've done for our game over in Scotland with 5 Open Championship wins. But
this
thank
is
you very
very
much.
special.
Thank you.
Very
For
special.
Ben, I've got the same thing for Ben. There's 2 pages in there.
Thank you.
I'm afraid they're only photocopies.
That's all right.
The originals will never be on eBay as long as we live, that's for sure.
Thank you.
But thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes the program. Enjoy your lunch, and we hope we'll see you over the pond in 2 years.
We asked that the players be allowed to get their lunches first.
Yes.
They have played very hard.
Well done.